Day 562, Justice for Tyrone West and all victims of police
Hey
brutality.
everybody, welcome to West Wednesday. I'm sorry that we're late. We're going live. As you can see, I'm in my car. I'm driving. This is unsafe. Don't try this at home or in your vehicle. But anyway, we're going to show you that video that we show you guys every week. So stay tuned for the video, and I'll be back. And I'll turn my screen off so that way you can see a picture of me. And instead of me driving, Rachel can just put the picture of me. So mic check.
Mike check.
Into an
and Mr. West begging.
I apologize. I do not know what happened to part one of the clip, but I hope this one was okay.
Oh, that one was fine. Thank you, my queen. Thank you so much. So mic check.
Mike check.
Mic check.
mic check.
Awesome. So again, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I apologize, but just to kind of let you guys know or update you, I'm getting ready to actually fly out to Florida for my daughter's final competition, and I'm sorry, my GPS. I hope you guys can hear it, but nevertheless, they had a performance at her gym, the final performance before we go to Florida. So I'm really excited about the trip. Thanks for everybody that donated, and if you still want to donate, please do, because I got like $100. So definitely, whatever you guys can do is a blessing. But anyway, we would have been out on Greenmount and 33rd tonight, but that's okay. We'll be back next week, because as I fly back into Baltimore next week, we will be back. And I just want to say Happy May Day to all the workers of the world. I want to give my queen, Rachel, a big shout out, because she was actually at a whole nother protest, and she took the time to actually host. And I just read tonight that Ben, is recovering from the flu and things of that nature. So I'm hoping that he's getting better, feeling better. But it's just a lot going on. And as we getting closer to election time, I really feel some type of way, because it's like everybody's trying to set the stage and trying to make us vote for whoever they want us to vote for, type of thing. And it's just like sad, because at the end of the day, I mean, I definitely big on voting, because and some of my ancestors could not vote, like my grandmother's grandmother type of thing couldn't vote, you know, and, it's just really sad. So I take that very seriously. But at the same time, I feel like the power relies on us, because at the end of the day, no one is going to actually save us. We have to save ourselves, and we cannot keep on allowing people to use our pain for their game. And a lot of politicians, and I call them politicians. They do that because as they're trying to gain our votes, they keep on saying, "Oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that," and they really do nothing. But as for me, I just see the big change. Can't nobody, like I said, just come down straight and just save us. But God, and ain't none of these people God. But I do see, some of the changes that Brandon Scott did, and they're never going to give him his props. All they're trying to do is bring Sheila Dixon back in. But this ain't the West Coalition, because maybe some of the West Coalition don't even want to vote, or even might not even be feeling the mayor or whatever. But this is just the opinions of Tawanda Jones. So, but as for me, he got my vote again. But anyway, this is not about voting. I just wanted to talk about all the serious stuff that is happening, with all the big protesters that are going on. This is a national thing. Because anytime that everybody sees on a national level what is happening all around the world, what's happening, and people around the world are supporting, the Palestine and things like that. It's just sad that literally babies are dying, like families are dying, like it needs to end, like nobody needs war. It's just really sad and it's disgusting. And me being the type of person with the heart that I have, I be feeling sorry, for everybody, especially like people that never asked for this, and they're actually just have to endure this. And we got to sit back and kind of watch, and that's why people are standing up saying no, like enough is enough. So just a big shout out to everybody that's standing up, doing something, because at the end of the day, the things that we watch on TV, guess what? They can hit us at any moment, any given time. So don't think that we are like that. It can't hit us. It's sad. Actually hits your door front, that's a whole nother beast. When it actually hits your door front, that's a whole nother beast. Then people start thinking about it. So I just want people to take a moment and just kind of reflect that what's happening, to babies, innocent people just getting killed for no reason. It can happen to us. And the fact that it is happening to us in another sense, and that's why I fight for police brutality. It was so sad. Last week we had Uncle Bill read off all those. It might have been Hillary, but we had a whole list of police brutality names, and it's disgusting. And it seems like it's getting longer each week. Even sometimes, like we might miss a week, or they don't update it because we get our reports from a national and sometimes local news outlets, and again, the list that we obtain, we don't have no details about it. But the fact that the only thing we do know with the police brutality list, that these victims were gunned down. They died from a bullet. I don't want to trigger nobody and things like that, but a lot of the names of people that got murdered that don't die from bullets, like my brother Tyrone West, like Freddie Gray wouldn't have been on that list. The list goes on. Anthony Anderson wouldn't have been on that horrible list. But at the same time, police brutality is not right. And I'm here on the behalf of not just my big brother Tyrone West, but literally for all the victims of police brutality, because it's a terrible thing. Nobody should have to feel that kind of pain. And I feel sorry, too, for the victims that survived, because lots of times we get caught up and we just focus on the ones that were murdered, and they should be uplifted, because we will never get a chance to see them again. They will never get a chance to be a part of our dinner table like tonight. And every time we have like big stuff to happen, I'm sorry, I'm having a moment, but every time we have moments where we celebrate things that are happening positive in our life, you want your loved ones there. And so for them not to be able to be there, and I could just see, my big brother being there cheering on his niece and saying, "Go TT, go." But it's just sad he's not here in the space. So meanwhile, we have to enjoy the space that we're in and appreciate everything and then value every moment, because again, life is not promised to us. It's a precious gift, but it's not promised to anyone. And I just try to make the best of my life as we endure it, even during the rough times, the good troubles, the bad troubles, just being there type of thing. But it's just sad, like nobody's helping us. And for some reason tonight, Darnell Rochester is on my heart, and we having Darnell Day coming up soon in June, and I want everybody to come out and participate. And we're gonna start giving doing a donation for him, like items and things like that, to really make this day special. Because his mom has been fighting like hell. And it just said every time I look at a mom, I look at a sister, I look at a brother, I look at a father, a niece, a nephew, I think about myself. I put myself in that equation because I know what it feels like. And for me to be fighting such an evil fight and doing it for so long, like literally so long, it's to the point I'm starting to forget like things that I was engaged in that was really big. It's just like starting to become a part of my memory. That's why, like, in the back of my memory. But it's like the other day, I thought about Leon Bridges as we were thinking about the uprising. I didn't even get a notification or anything, but for that singer to actually come to a West Winds and then include, even though it was like 2 seconds, mic check.
Mic check.
Oh,
Mic
so I
check.
don't know. Okay, so can you guys hear me? We got cut off. So I don't know how much of what I said you guys heard or not. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes,
Yeah,
we
we
hear
can.
you fine.
Yeah. Sorry, because I'm driving, and when I looked down, I was like having my moment of sadness and talking about things that were so real to me. But I was actually talking about the video that my family was a part of, the Leon Bridges video, and it was Cry Me a River, and literally like they had an actress in there, and a bunch of actors in there, and I'm in my mind, and me and my auntie, and like we were like, oh my gosh, like they were making them like cry, like giving them stuff to make tears come to their eyes. And I'm like, I wish they could, not wishing this pain on nobody, but I was in my moment like, I wish that this was not my reality, that I could act this out. And this type of pain goes nowhere. And as I was stating, that I thought that it was like at least about after 4 or 5 years that my pain level would kind of tone down and I would never ever stop fighting. But it feels like the pain level got worse. Like it's as every day go by, as every second, every year go by, you feel the pain of not having your loved one there, and then you have to endure losing more loved ones because life happens to life, and you might lose someone from just natural causes, sickness, or even murder, like in my cousin Tavon Anderson's case. Innocent man murdered for no reason, and my family still don't have any answers, but it's just sad and disgusting. But I just wanted to say to anybody that's going through anything right now, and everybody that's standing up for something right, my heart goes out to all of y'all. Like literally, like just celebrating different events and challenges in life. That's why I say just make sure you enjoy your life. And this has been a beautiful since the weekend. I've been blessed to spend time with my family. My son, my oldest son, my first child. He's expecting his first child soon, and I'm gonna be a T mom. First, like I'm saying, like a glam mom or whatever, but no, it's like when my brother Brock had said, "Welcome, Grandma," or something like that. And I was like, "Oh no, I'm T mom," and it just hit me. I like that name, so I'm gonna be a T mom, and. But just the fact, it gets me kind of scared because I just remember when my brother was so excited the year of 2013 before he died because he had just learned that he was having his second grandchild. Like he just had got finished meeting his first grandchild. Then he found out my beautiful niece was having her daughter, and a daughter that he would never get to see because 17 unhinged killer cops decided that they wanted to play God and end my brother's life for no reason whatsoever but being black while in America. And the fact that we have to fight so hard, we still don't got no type of accountability whatsoever. And we get small little things. But at the end of the day, none of that stuff is not accountability to me. Because accountability to me, the day that I'm waiting on is that phone call where someone calls me and say, "Look, Miss Jones, we have been looking into this. We've been doing our investigation, and we're being honest and we're being transparent. We are ready to open up your brother's case and prosecute it to the fullest extent of the law." I'm waiting for that day. I'm waiting for that day. I think that will be the happiest day in my whole entire life, next to celebrating all the beautiful moments that I'm blessed to celebrate right now. So, I mean, I can go on and on, but I won't. But I just want to let you guys know that I love you, because week after week, not only do I show up, you guys show up with me, and you don't know how much that means to me, because some that show up with me, they had pain as well. They have lost loved ones, but some that show up haven't felt this kind of pain, but they come in and they say, "You know what, we're going to show up. We're going to support you. We're going to show out." And I love you guys so much. You guys just have no idea how much that, and I just can't wait. Like, I'm already trying to prepare my speech that when I do get accountability, like, I got this whole big speech that I'm going to tell all of you guys, like, and thank each and every last one of you guys. And the things that you're doing, I couldn't put a price on it. It's priceless, but I just want to let you know that when you guys support and show love, that is what keeps the world moving. And I think about our forefathers, that went through things, and when we couldn't vote and things like that, and all type of stuff, and just, and it's pretty much some of the things that we're still going through now, while being in a black and brown, beautiful body in America. It's just really sad and disgusting. But I just say that we have to keep on loving on each other because love to me has been the key. And that's why even before this tragedy happened with my brother, I always said, live to love to live. You know, and that's a beautiful thing. Like love and me just having background experience because children have always been my passion. But even me being a social worker before in my life, and then also working at a group home with children, being a neighborhood advocate, and you know, seeing these little babies that were snatched from their homes and things like that. Love always broke through. Nothing else. Like I just, you know, and I just really feel and stand 10 toes down on that. Love on each other. Let's love each other, you know, and love yourself, you know, because love truly is the key, especially when you get to feel evil things that you never signed up for. No one signs up to have a poopy day. No one signs up for their loved one to be murdered. No one signs up for that. So I just wanted to say that, and I'll leave it right there, and I will open the mic to see if anybody else want to say anything before we get to our sad list. Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check. Tawanda, I see a
Oh,
couple of messages. Do you want one of us
oh
to?
yes, please. I'm so sorry.
Well, I can read them. We have just a couple of messages. One from Bruce saying mic check. One from Tina Thompson saying Black, brown people matter too. One from Nian Muhammad saying love your unwavering stance for justice, warrior queen. Mic check.
Mic check.
Hillary. Mic check.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was saying, do anybody want to add or say anything before we go to the sad list?
I think we're
I think
good.
we're all good.
Well, I'll let you know ahead of time that we do have the sad list of police brutality list tonight. There are 23 names on it, just to give
You
people a heads up, and it's only from the 19th to the 27th of April.
wow, that is disgusting.
It's horrible. Yep.
That is beyond horrible. And again, we must ask ourselves that question before we go into reading the sad list. And this is why I do what I gotta do. Like I'm sitting up here driving from a beautiful event with my child, and I'm actually pulled over safely just to do this. And then occasionally I'll drive when I feel like it's safe enough. But this is disgusting, guys. Like they feel so comfortable in taking our life, and as they take our life or brutalize us, they are called heroes. Like literally, like they are called heroes off the top, like off the top. And some of them are, meaning a very small few that put their life on the line. But if you're one that sat back and you watch somebody being
Tawanda, I think your mic went out again.
can you hear me now? Mic
Yep.
check.
Mic check. You're back.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I was saying like my this is doing weird, but I was saying, do you have the our disclosure thing that we read? Can you read that, please?
I
Because if
can.
I try to read it, it's gonna cut off.
Yep. Give me just a second. I'll pull it
Sure,
right up.
take your time. But again, I want to thank each and every last one of you guys for your comments and things like that, and hey to everybody. Love you guys. I really do. So we're gonna hold on.
All right, Tawanda,
Into
I've got it.
awesome.
Okay, you want me to read it now?
Yes, please.
Okay. It is the mission of the West Coalition to work for accountability for Tyrone West and all victims of police brutality. We believe there is a connection between police brutality and community violence. Police can use de-escalation strategies to diffuse situations without necessarily using force, and we encourage community members to resolve disputes without violence. We care deeply about those families impacted by police brutality and community violence. We seek to lift up the names of their loved ones from a place of respect and care. We obtain lists of names of those shot and killed by police and those lost to community violence from national and local news outlets. We know that these are by no means exhaustive lists and that gun violence isn't the only way people are murdered. We did not obtain detailed information about the circumstances surrounding each of these deaths or the people who died. By reading these names, we are not condoning violent behavior on the part of anyone involved in the situation. Mic check.
Mic check. Hillary, I'm just gonna move forward with the Baltimore
Okay.
list.
And then, Tawanda often likes to do a moment of silence.
That's true.
Yes. I'm sorry, I'm back. So can we do a moment of silence? The time now is 8:34. Can we come back? What's 8:35? Can we come back at 8:36, please?
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Mic check. Thank you guys so much. So I'm gonna hand it all over to you, Brother Brian, and then whoever has the sad list. I think it might be Hillary, I'm not sure, but mic check.
Mic check. Yeah, Brian has one and I have the other.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, and this week in Baltimore for community violence, it was a good week in that no one, we have no new reported homicides. We do have one name to lift up, however, from a person who died at the very end of last week, died on Tuesday of last week. And so if you could just lift up the name Montez Barrett.
Montez Barrett.
Thank you.
Thank you. As I said before, we have 23 names of folks whose lives were taken by the police in this country and that were shot by the police between the 19th of April and the 27th of April. As I read these names, if you could please be thinking of their families and friends and giving respect to all of them and care. So starting on April 19th, in Whitehall, Ohio, Santiago Elias Munoz.
Santiago Elias Munoz.
On April 19th, in Tucson, Arizona, an unidentified male.
Cell blocks for killer cops. Cell blocks for killer cops. Ashe.
Then on April 20th, in Elizabeth City, North Carolina. 33-year-old Brian White.
Brian White.
Brian White.
Also on April 20th in Corpus Christi, Texas, 26-year-old man, unidentified name.
Cell blocks
Cell
for
blocks
killer
for killer
cops.
cops.
Ashe.
On April 20th in Corona, New York, 65-year-old Jesus Nunez.
Jesus Nunez.
On April 21st in Easley, South Carolina, 33-year-old Sean Elrod.
Sean Elrod.
On April 21st in Rock Hill, South Carolina, 52-year-old Richard Zonjic.
Richard
Richard
Johnson.
Zonjic.
On April 21st in San Antonio, Texas, 42-year-old Session Saho.
Session
Session
Saho.
Saho.
Also on April 21st in Boise, Idaho, 65-year-old Dennis Mulqueen.
Dennis.
Mulqueen.
On April 23rd in Sandersville, Georgia, 31-year-old Jacob Henson.
Jacob Henson.
Henson.
On April 24th in Orlando, Florida, 29-year-old Michael Dennis.
Michael Dennis.
On April 25th in Yulee, Florida, an unidentified male.
Cell blocks for killer cops.
Ashe.
Okay. Excuse me for a minute. Okay, here we go. Also on April 25th in Lake Worth, Florida, 38-year-old Benoit Pasteur.
Annoyed Pasteur.
Benoit.
Also on April 25th in Knoxville, Alabama, an unidentified male.
Cell blocks for killer cops. Ashe.
Ashe.
Also on April 25th in Valparaiso, Indiana, 20-year-old Caden Mura.
Caden.
Peyton Mira.
Excuse me for a minute. I'm just having a little trouble with this. Okay. On April 25th, again, killed in Arlington, Texas, an unidentified male.
Cell blocks for killer cops. Ashe.
Ashe.
On April 26th, in Memphis, Tennessee, 30-year-old James Hampton.
James Hampton.
Hampton.
Also on April 26th, in Peoria, Arizona, Christian Gonzalez.
Christian Gonzalez.
Gonzalez.
On April 27th, in Washington County, Florida, 42-year-old Brian Propes.
Brian.
Propes.
On April 27th, in Austin, Texas, an unidentified man.
Cell blocks for killer cops. Ashe.
Ashe.
On April 27th, in West Knoxville, Tennessee, 25-year-old Jamari Griffin.
Jamari Griffin.
Also on April 27th, in Lakeland, Florida, 26-year-old Kyron Caples.
Kyron Caples.
And the last one on April 27th, in New Haven, Indiana, 37-year-old Robert Vicina.
Robert
Vicina.
And that concludes that horrible list for tonight.
That is so sad and very disgusting. And Thank you, Hillary. Also, thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Brian. Thank you guys so much. And I won't even try for us to fool with the video because we were having technical issues at the beginning. So I just want to tell everybody have a happy, safe, blessed night. And just remember, guys, live to love to live. And I cannot wait to see you guys in person next week. Mic check.